welcome to the Realty of Sobriety. We're so glad that you joined our table today. My name is Heather, aka the Sober Goddess. And with us today, we have a special guest. Natasha, I'll let you introduce yourself and introduce your friend.
Okay, I'm Natasha, recovering addict, and this is my beautiful friend that I've had for many, 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 many moons and have adored for many, many, many more. This is Cherie. Hello,
Hello.
Cherie.
I feel awkward and on the spot right now.
No, no,
Um,
it's okay. It's totally fine.
It's good. Yeah, we're totally relaxed here on this
Yeah, we
podcast.
don't we
Yeah,
don't
like I
edit or
didn't,
anything. We don't
I,
care. We
I didn't
just don't
prepare a
care.
speech or anything.
we're
I
raw
thought
and
you
we're
were just gonna
real.
ask me questions.
No, 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 no. I can so I remember, and I'll tell it again because I told it in I think it was our first podcast. I knew you from school of you, right? Then we started
Mhm.
running into each other at parties, because you were friends with my ex-husband, Matt. And
Yes.
so we kind of ran in the same circles, but we didn't really know each other super well. I'd say we were acquaintances. And then I heard you disappeared off the map. And then, of course, the town being that we were in the small town, you hear all kinds of shit. So I didn't really know what to believe. And at that point, I was not, I was young, I was a teenager, and I didn't know a lot about addiction. So I was like, that doesn't feel real. But turns out your story, man, I just when you told me later in life, I was like, holy shit, that was real. And they fucking downplayed it. I'm like, oh. So I would like to kind of start, if you want to start from like how your addiction started.
Okay. Well, I was raised in as you know, a very good home. I didn't have any childhood trauma from my family at all. It was very stable family, very loving family, very Christian family. Um, in sixth grade, I started getting bullied pretty badly from a couple girls. And they really made my life complete hell for my whole middle school career. So I guess that's maybe when my trauma started and my low self esteem and low self worth started. But I didn't turn to drugs or alcohol at that time. When I was 14, I had a slumber party at my house, and one of the girls brought, I think it was a half gallon of Southern Comfort. That was my first experience with alcohol. I literally only drank it to fit in, drank way too much, threw up everywhere, ended
Ugh,
up topless, ended up making out with a kid that I didn't realize was in love with me, but I didn't even remember doing it the next day. And that was a whole
as
mess in
we do.
itself. Yes. And he thought we were getting married. And I was like, I
Ah.
don't even know what happened. Like, no.
You're
uh,
14 and married. Like, what the
yeah.
fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. Still good with that. Still good on him. But it was when I started dating this guy in, let's see, I was 16. He was my first fiance, and that's when the trauma really started. He was very, very emotionally, physically, verbally abusive. Um, he started doing cocaine and meth powder form. I didn't do it because my mom had always told me it only takes one time and you can be addicted, and I was scared to death to try it.
Yeah.
But he kept harassing me and hounding me and hounding me and hounding me. And so finally one day I got sick of it and I just said, if I try it, will you just shut up and leave me alone about it? And he said, yes. I said, fine, I'll try it. And that's the first time I tried cocaine. And it
Mm.
kind of made the pain, the emotional pain, go away. And
Yeah.
I liked that. And that's when it got me. It took away the pain that I didn't
Yeah.
want to feel or deal with. And I stayed with him for several years. He finally broke up with me for my best friend, and I started dating his cousin, whom I ended up marrying. He
Boop,
was just as
boop.
much as a jerk. Well, his cousin, he was verbally, mentally, and physically abusive. He cheated on me, and he was the lead singer in a band, so of course, a lot of drugs and alcohol and partying. Um,
Mhm.
when I left him after 7 years, his uncle thought he'd help me with my emotional pain, so he introduced me to crack because he sold crack. And
Mm.
that's how I first got introduced to crack, and that's the one that took me down my path to hell and back, fighting every demon
Yeah.
that I could ever possibly think to fight. Um, I was really bad into it. I embezzled $60,000 from my parents' company, not to mention their personal items and money that I stole. I did that to my
Yeah.
grandparents. I did it to my sibling. I don't care. I was nobody's friend. I was out for me. I cared about
Yeah.
me. I would pretend to be your friend and I would leave your house with anything I could pocket and I didn't care. I did not
Yeah.
have any remorse at the time. I didn't care. I needed to keep my pain numb and there was only one way I knew how to do it. That went on for several years. Lost my daughter, lost custody of her because I was taking her to the hood with me, to the crack dealer's houses with me, and
The actual hood that I don't
the
know.
actual hood that you don't know, yeah, to into those houses as a
Oh,
2 month
okay.
old baby, yeah.
Jesus.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I didn't ever leave her with them or anything like that, but she was there. I was
Yeah.
smoking crack in the car with her strapped to the back at 2 months old for hours driving around. You know, it was horrible. She definitely wasn't safe with me. And
Yeah.
then I got married to my second husband, and of course we partied, but I got pregnant with my son. After I had my son, I decided I needed to straighten up my life. So
Mm.
I went to rehab in Arizona. Me and my son, for 9 months, we were in there, and I thought I was good. I walked out of there so cocky and full of myself. I thought I had it mastered. I was the god of all rehab. You can't mess with me. I know everything.
Yikes.
Yeah, that was the first step to my
Yeah.
failure. So
Yeah.
moved
We
directly
all know
from
those
that.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I moved directly from that rehab to New Orleans because Katrina had happened and they had a lot of work for my husband at the time. So we moved directly there, not understanding what that was. And I lasted about 9 months clean and sober before I relapsed. Found my hood and had a pretty bad habit going back into it. So I needed to somehow come up with more ways to get the drug. And so I started cooking the crack for the gangs in the New Orleans hood on top of my day job, which was managing a restaurant. Um, a lot of bad things happened. I was carjacked. I was gang raped.
Oh,
I
God.
I took the women to do the sex and make sure that I got the money and brought it back. I was like the handler of
Yeah.
the women. It's horrible. I'm not proud of any of this, but it's
It's
the
the
life I
drug.
live.
Yeah.
It's the
Yeah.
drug.
Yep. People have
Yeah.
died on my order because they ripped me off and I gave
Mm.
the order to the uppers in the gangs. A lot of bad stuff happened. Did that for about 6 years, moved back up here, was here for about 2 weeks, got really drunk with my stepkids at the time, decided I needed crack. And that's when I got my car accident. I was driving to Battle Creek to get that crack. Just about died in the car accident and
Oh,
straightened
I
up and never looked
remember.
back. Yep. I never looked
Her
back. Never touched
her
anything again.
yeah, your car accident though
Mm.
was
Horrendous.
I remember the fucking pictures. I
Yeah.
was just like, how is she alive? Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
stitches
So,
all
Wasn't
over
supposed to
her
be
head.
alive.
Sherry, were you under the influence during the accident?
I was a .26 drunk.
Okay.
Yep. I rolled the car several times at 80 miles an hour and crashed into a brick wall. Snapped my
Oh,
C2 vertebrae, completely took the scalp off my head,
Yeah.
shattered my hips. I have fake hips. I have metal all throughout my body. I wasn't supposed to live or walk.
oh,
So I am a walking miracle, but
yeah.
yeah, I gave my life to Christ and continued to go to counseling to heal my inner hurts to make sure this stuff didn't come back up. I wanted to get it. I wanted to heal it all. So I just stayed in that counseling until I felt that I was good. And even to this day, if I start to feel mentally, I'm very aware of my mental health. If I start to feel mentally, I'm not very good. Before I fall into the drug thoughts or anything, I just go back to
Yeah.
counseling and I'll do refresher courses if I need to
Yep.
because
Yeah.
I'm not going back down. I'm not going back down to hell again.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'll make it
That's
back
such a
out.
great attitude to have, Sherry. How many days, months, or years are you clean?
I'm 15 years clean right now.
Oh
I'll
my
be
God,
16 in July. Yeah,
congratulations.
thank you. Thank you.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's my
Awesome.
girl.
You're putting in that work. You are
I have
putting in
put
that
in
work.
that is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
Yes. Very try to be very self-aware all the time of my
Yeah.
mental health and
Yeah.
even my every health, my emotional health, mental health. Where are my morals? Am I acting in a way that I'm proud of, or am I starting to slip in areas? And if
Yeah.
so, I need to fix that
Yeah.
Yeah,
because I need. Yeah, it's all about maintenance for me. Just maintain, be
it
aware.
is.
How old were your kids when you were in that accident?
When I was in the accident, my son was 6, and my daughter would have been 8.5.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
So, when after the accident and you became clean, uh, was it difficult for you to make amends with your family?
It really wasn't because they were more than ready to make amends. So it
Okay.
wasn't hard. It took a couple years for them to fully trust that I was
Mm.
going to stay clean and sober. And I
Yeah.
completely
Yeah.
understand that because I had
Yeah.
tried and failed so many times.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and so it took a couple years to completely gain their full
Okay.
confidence. But
Yeah.
they were always very forgiving and ready to clean the slate. So that was easy
I
in
love
my
that for
situation.
you. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Were your
I have a great family.
Yeah. Were
Yeah.
your kids aware that you were doing the drugs and why you got in the accident?
My daughter was, my parents had always explained to her about my sickness and
Okay.
that it had nothing to do with my love for her and stuff. So
Oh,
my
good.
daughter's never had resentment. She turned out great. She turned out
Yeah.
really great. But
Good.
so
Good.
we've always had a nice relationship and she forgives me. My son, he never remembered me doing drugs. When I told
Yeah.
him that I did drugs, he was shocked because he was too young. He didn't remember any of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
he remembered the accident and he knows I was drunk when I
Okay.
got in the accident. But I've always been really open and honest with my kids about my addiction and the alcohol and everything. I was
Uh-huh.
very brutally honest because I wanted to scare them straight before they messed up. And
Yeah.
neither one of them has ever tried drugs or alcohol. And they're both adults now. So I guess that works.
Yeah.
But
That's
I was
beautiful. I
You're
very,
like,
love
very honest
that.
with them. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I needed to not hold back so that I could spare them making the same mistakes.
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah. When when you became clean, um, obviously a lot of the setbacks that a lot of addicts find is the friends we had in our active addiction, we thought they were our friends. We thought that, oh, we're always going to be together. And that's not always the case at all. How did
mhm.
you feel I mean, was it your choice just to say they're not my fucking friends and it's just me and I'm moving forward? Or did you grieve them at all? Or tell us about that.
um the first few times I quit, yeah. I felt lonely. I grieved them. I thought they were my friends. And so then I would always, of course, out of boredom and loneliness, go hang out with my friends again, and it would always lead to the same spot. Y'all know that. But this last time, no. Nope. I knew they weren't my friends. I didn't see anybody in the hospital visiting me. Um, yeah, I was good. I didn't care anymore. I was all about me and my kids. So
Yeah.
I went to therapy. I went home. I studied. I studied addiction. I studied the Bible. I went to Bible studies and group meetings and I kept in work. I kept myself occupied
Yeah.
that way, but I really wanted to focus on me. I needed to be good for my kids. Not just clean, but good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I could raise decent humans. So
Yeah.
yeah, I didn't grieve them this last time, but I mean I was really just done. I never even
Yeah.
I never
Mm.
craved the drug again. It
Yeah.
wasn't, it's
She,
like not like a white knuckle struggle for me. It never,
Yeah.
this last time,
no,
it never
no.
has been.
Good.
It was just done.
Good.
I was just done.
You
Yeah.
told me that you were, after the accident, you were like in the hospital and you prayed for God to take
Hmm.
the addiction away.
Yes.
And you just,
Yep.
like, you believe he just did. It was
I
gone. It was
think,
done. And you
Yeah.
haven't
I think
turned
in my
back.
instance, he heard my heart. that cry came from a place in me that I've never been able to access again. It was from deep in my
Mm.
soul. I believe he chose to deliver me instantly at that point.
Yep.
I don't believe that he chooses to do that with everybody. For some reason, he did choose to do that with me, and I'm incredibly grateful because I have
Yeah.
been through the white knuckle struggle, and it sucks. And
Yeah.
anybody who has to do it that way, I'm sorry.
Does
You're-
that make you feel like there's a purpose for God saving you from
I
your
do.
addiction?
I do believe that. And
Yeah.
that's why I will do things like this. That's why I will not be anonymous. That's why I've stood on a million church stages giving the speech, because I
Yeah.
do believe he kept me here for a reason.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
And
love
I've
And
that.
I,
seen, your group that you were
mhm,
doing and stuff. And then I've watched you have relationships with people in sobriety and then have them just back into the drugs and then fuck you over so
Mhm.
bad. And it
yeah,
just, and I feel like it does hurt you, but then you're also like, well, that's the fucking addiction and I gotta go. And your boundaries
yes,
are like
you're right.
cut and dry. Like,
Hmm.
like if you're in Cherie's circle and you fuck up and you're not willing to take responsibility or ownership for it and you're not going to get better, you're cut. That's it.
Yep,
You're cut.
yep.
I
Yeah.
seen a couple people or a person actually pass away and you're like, well, that's the addiction. And I don't mean to be a hard ass, but that's
Mhm.
just how
Hmm.
it is. That's
Hmm.
life. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Unfortunately,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah.
Unfortunately, and to protect my own emotional health and state and to protect those that I love, those boundaries have to be put there if you're going to
Yeah.
work with addicts. And you have to hard yourself a little bit because it just is so devastating anytime you lose somebody that
Mhm.
you have to separate the addict from the disease. And yeah, unfortunately, that's the disease. And
Yeah.
and the statistics show that most people don't beat it, and it
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I wish I had an easy algorithmic, like do A plus B and equals this and you're
Yeah.
good. But
Yeah.
that's not it's just not that
No.
way, and it sucks.
I mean, there are like keys to it, right? But
There's
there's
keys and there's
keys that
great
open
tools. Yeah.
specific doors to get you
Hmm.
on that path, but there's
Yes.
not like one key. Like, so we were just talking about,
Right.
reaching out, not isolating. I found that's a key to my losing my mom, so I don't fucking fall off the edge of the planet.
Hmm.
I'm
Yeah.
I'm reaching out to everybody and I'm
Yeah.
like, hey, I'm
Definitely.
hurt, I'm hurt, I'm
Isolation is
hurting,
bad.
you know?
Isolation is so bad. So during COVID, when they did that to people, I
Mm.
felt so bad that all
Yeah.
those, especially newly into recovery addicts, had to be isolated like that.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
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 it was just
Yep.
bad.
I
Bad way
agree.
to handle that whole thing, but
Yes. Yep. I agree.
Very,
mhm.
very. But we have Zoom.
Isolation, I think, is our worst enemy. I really do.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah. I do
Yeah.
think the recovery community did step up. It just took them a minute to do the Zoom meetings and shit like that,
Mhm.
as with everything.
Yeah,
Um,
we'd never been
but
through anything like that before, so
No.
no, no. So I think like a lot of like, I was watching this documentary. It was like three-parter on HBO. I'll put in the comments what it is. But they
Mhm.
did like a 20-year documentary on these people, and this one fucking woman made it, man. COVID hit. She tried heroin once, dead.
yeah.
I was like, and
Oh,
she was such a pillar. She was like an angel to the community. She was saving people left and right.
Mhm.
COVID hit, boom, done. One hit
Yep.
is all she took.
Yep.
wow.
And it's like, babe,
Wow.
that just crushed me. I was like,
Yeah.
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 oh.
Yep. Yeah.
But yeah, that's
It's hard.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yep.
So do you, um, I don't know if I want to. So your partner, who I have also known a very long time and I
Hmm.
love dearly, um, your soon-to-be husband, I should say,
Hmm.
Yep.
um,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
because not really many people know him or his story. He is also in recovery, question mark.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah.
So that is another love story that can work, guys.
Yes.
It's just rare. Don't
It
fucking
is.
try
And we
it.
weren't
But it is
together in
rare.
addiction. We were both clean when we got together. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
we
Good.
never used together in the past, even through all the parties.
No
Me and him never
history.
used together. No,
So
his
did you
name's
meet in
Trey.
rehab then, or?
No,
No, we're just old high
Okay.
school friends, and he happened to be passing through town and stopped into this restaurant I worked
I
at. And
brought him in to
you
see
did,
you.
you
I
did,
brought him to see her. I'm matchmaker on this
yeah.
one. I'm sorry.
She did too.
I saw him walking down the road and I
Yeah.
said, and I picked him up and I said, "Do you want to go get some food?" And he said, "Yes." So I took him to her and said, "There's your wife. Go get her." And a hamburger.
That is it too. That's when we. That's when it happened.
It was like, get a hamburger and a wife.
Yeah, he said he. I ended up telling me he could put a tent in my backyard for a couple weeks,
Yeah. Yeah, I
and
remember
he
that.
lasted
I
out
remember
back
that.
about 2 days, and then we went to a storage unit. And next thing I know, we
Yep.
were making out, and here we are.
I love that. I love that. But yeah,
That's
I know
great.
um I've definitely smoked weed and stuff with your husband. I don't think you and I did
Mhm.
anything. I drank with your husband too, but um yeah, that was a long, long time
Mhm.
ago. And his story, whew, blows my
Yeah.
mind too. You guys have such, oh, holy shit. Like you've lived like 50 lives, and for you to
Right.
come together
Mm.
and heal
I
each
know.
other is just like, what the
It's
fuck?
insane. It is
It's
insane a little bit.
crazy. It's like has to be God's like you heal.
That's all we can figure out too. Like
Yeah.
even
I
our
don't get
car accidents. I mean, we're
very
about the
similar,
same,
yeah.
very
Because he
similar,
was in
and
a
about the
bad,
same amount of years ago. It
yeah,
was,
a
yeah, it's,
bad car accident.
yep.
I thought he was gonna, I thought he was dead actually. I heard he
He
died.
he
Everybody
was
kept telling me he was dead.
well, he should have been. He was in a coma for quite a few months, but yeah,
Mm.
Yeah,
yep.
yeah,
So yeah, our paths are so similar. It's we're together.
yeah.
I don't understand it. Sorry for saying the R word. That was an accident.
You're fine.
It's a habit from my childhood. I just say it. I don't mean anything
Yeah,
bad.
no, it's so it's also,
Yeah.
yeah, like a, what is it, a 90s, 80s, 90s thing? Yeah.
It is, and I'm
Mm.
stuck there. So
Mhm.
Yeah, no shit. Especially like when you know, what
it
else was
was
I
just
gonna
better in the
ask you?
80s. Huh?
Do you, so if you had a chance to go back and um change anything, would you? Or would you
Yes.
keep the path that you have now knowing?
No. Oh, I would definitely change it all.
You would.
I am one of those that absolutely would, yeah. I don't want
Okay.
to go through all the suffering I went through because of my
Right.
choices at all.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. You know, my mom's always like, I wish I had a awesome testimony like you have. I'm like, really, mom, you do? You wish you were gang raped? You wish you sold crack? You wish you went to prison? You wish you did all that stuff so you'd have an awesome testimony? You wish you had to deal
Yeah.
with all that pain and work through all of that? I said,
Yeah.
And
Mom,
people don't think
you
about
don't wish
that.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. They
Yeah,
It's
don't.
people
not an
don't
They
think
awesome
don't.
about
story.
like,
It actually happened to me, you know? It's
yeah.
like,
Mhm.
so yeah, no, if I could, I would. But because I can't, I will
Yeah.
use what I've been through to help as many people as I can so that they don't hopefully have to go through it as much, if any,
Mhm.
of what I went through, or their kids have to go and watch their mom or dad go through that. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. And you've also been, without saying too much, a help. There was this one time Cherie and I like pull up to our house and we have car meetings. I don't
We
know why
did
we
all the
have car
time.
meetings. We had car meetings where we just shoot the shit and laugh so hard. But I was having like diverticulosis problems and actually what my mom passed away from.
Mhm.
So I they did a test, an unexpected test that felt like um a rape, and we will put trigger warnings all over this video. And I
Mhm.
shot right to your house because I didn't like realize what was happening. I went into full PTSD moment. I mean, I was
You were a
convulsing. I
disaster.
was shaking, almost seizing. I was convulsing so bad. And you had just wrapped your arms around me for 2 hours. It was hours we sat there, and I just cried like I've never cried before. And
Mhm.
I think the reason that I went to you is because I know that you've been in that darkest place.
Hmm.
and that you could understand what I was going through at that time when I really couldn't understand. And then
Hmm.
once you started like, explain the test, what do they do? Da 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 da. And this and that and that. And then I had like a memory pop up and I'm like, well, fuck, there it is. So like Cherie has helped so many people, so many women, not just with addiction,
Hmm.
with hundreds of other things. You've
Yeah.
blown my mind with what you've done for people through your trauma. So for me, I wouldn't want to change that for you selfishly,
I'm just glad
but
that you're using your previous life to help others.
I
Yeah.
think it would be pretty selfish not to,
Yeah.
honestly,
Agreed.
because it's not people's choice. It's not. And
No, no.
if I knew how to fix cancer and I saw people with cancer, I'd fix it for them, you
Yeah.
know? So
yeah,
it's like any other disease for me. And I'm a very empathetic person, so I'm a fixer. I want to fix everybody anyways,
Yeah.
my mom says so.
a
Yeah.
But
fixer with really good boundaries.
Yes.
most of the time.
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah.
not perfect with the boundaries thing either, but I've done my work on it
you're
too.
pretty good with them. You're pretty good.
But
You're
I've had
pretty
my
good.
times, so I've had
I
my
do want to
times.
ask you one more thing. What
Mhm.
is your proudest moment?
Honestly, my proudest moment is probably Real Talk and Recovery, that group, starting
Yeah.
that group, because it
Yeah.
reached. I've got somebody at my door. Hold on a second. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. We can have Dan pause it. Pause.
Okay, that's for
Pause.
Bill. Sorry.
No, you're
I don't even know
fine.
where Bill's at. Babe, you have people at the door for you. The
It's the
kids. Hold on.
Jehovah's.
Trying to. I'm trying to do this. I can't say no. I can't talk to them right now. Okay, sorry.
It's the
You can delete that
Jehovah's.
out, right?
Yeah, I'll have Dan mess with it.
Yeah.
He's our
Okay,
tech guy.
sorry.
Yep.
Oh shoot.
You're like, those fucking Jehovah's are here again.
No, I kind of wish it was the Jehovah's, but no, it's these kids that come down. They love Bill, and so anytime they need like work on their lawnmower or anything done, they want him to
Oh,
do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh, nice.
love Bill.
Nice.
But your proudest moment was the real recovery
Yeah, that was a
page.
lot of
It reached a
that.
lot of
Yeah,
people. That was a big page.
yeah,
That was a huge
25,000
page.
people worldwide, and we put
If
thousands in rehab. And
yeah,
I started through the mail and through Facebook calling. I started the very first NA group over in South Africa, where this lady lives, Florence, from that group. Well, she
Wow.
started it. I helped her because she didn't know how. And that took forever because there's so much material and you're trying to send it through the mail to Africa and it takes so long to get there if it gets there. It was a process. So that's a pretty proud moment because that NE group is
Yeah.
still going. The
Wow.
the drug dealers have actually threatened her because she's interfering with their money. And
Yeah.
she's like,
wow,
I'm a warrior for God, I don't care. And she continues on with it. So
wow,
that's yeah. So that group start that NA meeting over there in Africa, South Africa. Those I guess would be my proudest.
Yeah.
wow.
Wow.
I'm
Thank you for doing that.
impressed.
What an
I'm always
honor.
impressed by you.
Oh my God.
Well, thanks. I don't know. You're making me blush now.
Aw.
Yeah. That blush is
Heather,
well
did
deserved.
Oh,
yeah.
thanks.
Yeah.
Did you have any questions for Cherie?
I don't. I asked them all. I'm just super amazed at how motivated you are just to help everyone. And I also want to thank you for being so open in sharing your story, not just here on this podcast, but with everyone, because we don't know who needs to hear our stories, and our stories can save other people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah.
fact that
Amen to
you can
that.
survive what you went
Yeah.
through and come out
Yeah.
the other side
Yeah.
smiling and proud,
Yeah.
Mm.
Wow.
you
You're a
know,
true
I have a lot
testimony.
to smile about, you know. I do. I
yeah.
have
Yeah.
a good job. I have friends, real friends that love me. I have
Yes.
a home.
Amen.
I have money in the bank. I have clothes. I have food.
Yeah.
What is there not to be happy about? You know,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
it's all
No.
about overcoming. Takes a while, but you can get there.
Yeah.
Takes a
Yeah.
minute.
It
It
Yeah.
does
takes a
take a
minute.
minute, so don't get discouraged, people. It takes a minute.
Yeah.
I just finally
Yeah.
finished my last hurdle for my addiction this last summer because Battle Creek had finally caught up with me, and I was facing that. And
Okay.
I'm
Oh, I
through it
remember
now.
that.
Yep, I
Yay.
got through
I'm
the
so
Good.
all of it.
excited.
So everything's done.
Good.
So 15 years later, I was still dealing with it. But guess what?
I
I
love it.
Get
finally
through
got
that.
through
I love
everything.
that.
So yeah,
I love
Good.
that. Good for you.
yes,
Good. I'm
Good. I'm
so
happy for you.
glad.
Yeah.
yeah. Now
Well,
I can have a
Yeah.
driver's license and stuff.
I'm so proud of
Wow.
you.
Yeah,
Yay.
yeah.
Oh,
So
that's so
proud.
cool.
Well,
Yeah.
Sherry, I wanted to thank you for coming on today.
You're very welcome. Anything
You
for
were the
you.
first person to pop in my mind when I'm like, oh, we're gonna interview people. Okay, let's get Sherry.
Yeah, well, I've got another girl at work. She's actually my next door neighbor, alcoholic in recovery. And when I told her I was doing this, she says, "Tell them I'll do an interview. I'll do it." So she's
Absolutely.
very
Yeah.
motivated. So I'll message you and get you two hooked
Yeah,
up.
get me the
Perfect.
information.
Yep, I will do
Perfect.
that
Okay.
for
Cool.
sure.
Cool.
All right. Well, thank you so much for being with us today,
You're
Sherry. And
welcome.
I,
Thank you.
as always, love you.
I love you more.
And I'll talk to you soon.
Okay,
Yes, Cherie, it was so nice to meet you.
it's
It's
nice to
actually
meet you.
it's been an honor to meet you and to listen to your story. And you've got a great story. Keep sharing.
Well,
Keep
thank you.
sharing.
I will. I will
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. And
Absolutely.
thank you for being on this.
Oh, you're welcome. No problem. Anytime.
Thank you. All
You're
right.
welcome.
All
All
Have
right.
right.
fun,
Bye,
Oh,
ladies.
everyone.
yes. All right. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.